Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to the episode of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2019. We are doing a start from scratch run, and yeah, we are. I think I've decided to go ahead and we're gonna go pick up one of these other contracts. I mentioned it last time that does a little bit bigger field. We got several contracts here that we can do that are bigger fields. I just bought a whole bunch of fertilizers, so we're definitely gonna do one of these. Probably do 12 first, just because it's close. Because honestly, also we're gotta be close to being able to do something else with our own fields. So I don't want to get too busy. But we did just buy a whole bunch of fertilizer. This is probably enough fertilizer to do at least a couple of those big contracts, actually. So we will see. Let's come over here and we'll get this field up. Field up. And then we'll go do number 12. It's a good size, nice rectangular field. Lots of length to it. Makes it real easy to get a whole bunch done in one pass. I mean, what did I buy? About like what, 7 of these? So it's about what, 14,000 bucks. So it's not going to be enough to. This one contract we're about to do is actually. I did that wrong. Sorry, as I'm trying to talk. I'll just straighten back up. What am I doing? I'm doing this all wrong. My brain's not working as I'm trying to talk. Not to say that I've ever been that good at backing up a trailer like this. To be fair. But anyway, I was going to say is that we spent more than we're about to make on this next contract. But if we get enough, I think we'll have enough to do this one and then maybe the next biggest one, which is about what was it, 12,000 or something like that, 18,000. I think we'll have enough to do both of those. So we'll see. Definitely going to have our fertilizer almost full, not quite. All right, we're going to check our field one more time before I head out because I would really like to make sure I'm not missing any weeds or anything like that. I think we're fine. We did already activate this, so yeah, let's go do field 12. Head on up here. This is pretty close. I slowed it down to speed, I guess, I don't want to say speed 5, but like the 5 per second, 5 seconds per second, or whatever it is, 5 minutes per second, whatever. I guess it's 5 seconds per second, right? Those are seconds. But we decided to slow down a little bit, mostly because I want to preserve the light, to be perfectly honest. It's kind of annoying to get down to the dark time, but we do need to get our fields continue to grow. That being said, we are making money. That's not like we're not doing anything. We are definitely doing a lot right now. Make some money for. Excuse me. I hope I muted that in time to cough or clear my throat. All right, let's do this big old bad boy. Let's unfold. And once we get it done, I think I have to scooch over just a smidge. Turn her on. Oh, I was going to say, how do I not have access to this land? I would have been fine if you hadn't said that, and then I slowed down, and then it kept spraying. We'll get this done pretty quickly. I mean, it's definitely the biggest field we've done so far, but still not going to be too bad at all. I think the last time I played this game, I got this fertilizer. Did I use this for the fertilizing, or did I just use this for the lime? I actually don't remember now off the top of my head, but if I remember right, though, I did not get the wider spreaders. I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. No, it's the big deal. The wider spreaders make a huge difference. Huge difference. Make sure I get the entire end here before I turn her off. Turn around. Looks like we may be able to do this in 3 passes. Maybe. It might be 4, actually. Probably 4 passes. Not quite over enough. A little bit of overlap's better. There we go. I think it'll still be all right. I think we'll still be able to get 99% without that little tiny bit. See, this would be a nice field to have. I mean, this one's not the biggest field, but it's nice, you know, good size, you know, straightaways, so that when you're doing the harvesting and things like that, you don't have to do a lot of turning. I mean, you don't have to waste a lot of time doing turning and stuff like that. Still would want a big harvester probably, and a lot of the bigger equipment, most likely. All right. Yep, 2 more passes. We'll be good, I think. I say 2 more. I may be way off. I may need 2 more after this. My depth perception is obviously not completely accurate because it looks like we are almost right down the middle now. So yeah, so this will take it's a 5 passer, and here I said 3 passes earlier. Funny me. Down under 80,000, which we were above 80,000 before I started all these contracts earlier, I think. Or no, maybe we were. I can't remember. I mean, the fertilizer is not free, obviously, but we are still making more money than we're spending on fertilizer, I think. Oh wow, we've been driving for an hour of from this tractor. I think that's I guess that's accurate. I think that has to be real time because obviously I was fast forwarding the game and that would have been like a whole bunch of hours. So yeah, I guess it's been about an hour because it's been 2 episodes and a little extra. So that's pretty accurate. And we've been basically doing nothing but running this tractor the whole time. Yeah. Maybe somebody can leave in the comments if there's a huge difference between the liquid fertilizer and the I guess these are pellets maybe, or some sort of. I guess it would have to be some sort of type of pellet, right? It's almost like sand consistency is what it looks like in the back of the trailer. But I don't know. Is there a huge difference between the liquid and as far as the game's concerned? I'm sure there's a difference in real life. Probably it would have to be. But as far as the game's concerned, is there much difference here? I don't know. I mean, this thing spreads pretty nicely, but I know you can also get some pretty wide spreads on some of the liquid ones as well. Can't you also? You can also get a seeder that fertilizes at the same time you seed, right? I think that's a thing. I think I had one last time. I'm pretty confident that I did. Which obviously that's a good one for at least for the first pass. Like when as soon as you seed, you definitely. I think if I remember correctly, and I probably should look it up the order of events just so I can remind myself. But actually, I had them printed out back in the day, and I think I've with the move and all that stuff, I think I've misplaced the sheets. But I think you fertilize as soon as you seed, and then you want to fertilize as soon as the first little bit of heads pop up. And then I think after that, the only thing you would do is get rid of the weeds and stuff like that. So, um, and usually if you're getting rid of the weeds, especially after, I think the first cycle of heads, I think you can still run regular tires on. I think it's the second cycle of growth that you have to switch to care wheels. I could be wrong. We may have to test it out here in a second once we see a little bit of growth to see if I might pick a little corner and see if I destroy the stuff off the store the crops. And I think you could turn off crop destruction. I probably already finished this and I was just not paying attention. I think you could turn off crop destruction, but I have it turned on because why not? All right, grab that. It's interesting that there's no reimbursed cost. They're not reimbursing us for the fertilizer. Is it because I bought the fertilizer before I got the contract? I wonder. That might be part of it. All right, so field 7 would be the next biggest one. I think we have plenty of fertilizer for that. Let's check our own fields real quick. No weeds, still in the first stage of growth, along with all these other guys. And let's see. Let me double check something real quick while I was talking about it. Did I turn on crop destruction? Yes, crop destruction is turned on. Periodic plowing is required, is turned on. That's fine. Lime required is turned on. That's okay. Plant worthing on. Plant. What? Sorry. Trying to get to that set. Why is plant growth turned off? I don't remember ever touching that. Why would that be turned off? Well, there's your problem. That would be why our stuff's not been growing. Huh. How did that get turned off? I had to have been playing around with some settings or something and accidentally hit that button without realizing it. If I moused over that? No. I don't know how I would have hit that. Why is that even an option? Why would you ever turn plant growth off? That feels weird. All right, whatever. We got weeds on. We got all the other stuff on. Now, we don't have any of the helper stuff on, which I think I used last time, but I don't think we need to worry about that right this second. It's not super critical. Dirt's normal. That's okay. Traffic's on. That's fine. Economic difficulty normal. We'll just leave that. Plant growth was turned off. What in the world? Anything else over here that I need to worry about? Because that is just ridiculous. I think that's it. Wow. Well, that explains why my stuff hasn't been doing anything this entire time. That is so. Again, why is that an option? All right. Did we take this other contract? Because now that we're actually going to get some plant growth, we do have to keep an eye on things. But let's. Where was 7? That's funny. If somebody mentioned that, by the way, oh, it's right behind us. If somebody mentioned that and saw that somehow when I was flipping through, and then I mentioned it in the comics, I apologize. I'm all these sessions since the very first episode, I'm doing in one sitting, so I would not have seen your comments yet. So apologies for that. Well, let's go ahead and do this one. Hey, it's actually a bigger version of the trailer that we're using. I just realized he's oh, sorry, I bumped my mic. He's got a weight that he's putting on the front of his tractor. Guess I can look into getting me a weight as well. Unless I have to modify this John Deere to put the weights like it has to begin with. All right, we're going to accept this one again because it's right behind us. We are going to go ahead and back up to speed 5. I think that is okay. But we definitely have to keep an eye on our stuff now because it's obviously... I was wondering, we've already gone through a day-night cycle. I'm like, I know it grows faster than this. Like, what am I missing? Oh, boy. That's all right. Again, I have no idea, first of all, why that setting's even in there. But even then, I still don't know how it got set. So, oh well. We'll adjust and we'll recover. Hey, it gave us a lot of time to do a lot of these contracts, I guess. So we got a little bit of money from it. It's part of the reason I slowed it down is because I was like, it's got to be about time for these things to switch to the next growth cycle. But of course not. I could have had it sped up. We could have been here for a week. Now, surely after a little, I think if it had gone one more day night, I would have been like, wait a minute. What am I messing up? What am I missing here? Do you turn that off? That is, what is the purpose of that? Maybe there's a hotkey that turns it off too. I don't know. Maybe I accidentally hit a hotkey or something. Oh well. It is what it is. At least we found it before we got to. If I'd gotten through all these episodes without the growth be going on, oh my goodness, I cannot. Wow, there are no words for that. So it's an interesting field. I mean, it's got a little bit of curve to it, but I think it's enough of a straight, enough spots that it wouldn't be a bad field to have as well. I think I like the longer, thinner ones better though, just because again, you waste less time doing the turns themselves. But this is not a bad field. We'll definitely have to check our growth here in a minute. Uh, Watch, it was just waiting for me to turn that back on. Now all of a sudden everything's happening. That's a little bit of corner, but that's all right. I think we'll still be all right. Let me turn on the cruise control. Let's see. How do I turn on cruise control? Toggle cruise control. There we go. That's just because I want to kind of come over here and look at this. Check our fields while I'm sitting here talking. All right, so we are still good, but at least I know the growth is on. I put it on normal. I think that's what I'm used to. I don't think I've had it on fast before. So we'll keep it better on it this time. I might even be able to speed it up a little bit. Because honestly, I don't mind speeding it up until we see something on our fields and then like slowing it down to finish off this contract and then go take over our fields. So we'll go up to 30. It's gonna be quite a bit faster. Once we get done with this contract, though, I think I'll speed it back up a little bit, and we'll see if we can at least get the next cycle of growth to do something, and then we'll come back to contracts after that. I can't believe that was turned off. I'm gonna be shaking in my head about that for a while. This is what, the fourth pass, so probably what, 8 passes maybe, because we're about halfway. What's he growing on here? He's growing, what's that, potatoes? No, so it was just a different color. He's growing soybeans. Oh yeah, there we go. He's talking about wanting to grow my own soybeans at some point. Hello, birdies. Have some fertilization. Some fertilizer. Oh boy. Like I said, I'm gonna be shaking my head about that growth turned off until at least until the end of this recording session, which is probably the first four or five videos. So if I mention it again in the next video or two, I apologize because it's still fresh. Um, but I'm sure by the time I come back for my next set of recording sessions, I will have forgotten by then. Unless some of you make fun of me in the comments, which by all means, because it was kind of silly. Not intentional though, to be fair. Trying to get the cruise control on, so being a little crazy with it for a second there. I'm missing that little sliver in the middle, and we'll scooch over just a bit. I still think we can 99% it without it, but it will bug me if it somehow that's the cause of us not quite getting there. Couple more passes here, and then we will be good to rock and roll. Let's go check our fields while we're on cruise control. Still first growth cycle, no weeds, nothing. Anybody got any better growth cycle yet? I don't see anybody yet. It's gonna be all right. Guess you know what? Since we still don't have a growth cycle, I'm going to speed up a little bit more. If we're just, I kind of want to just get a growth cycle before the end of this video. Get something going on our own fields. Could go up to 120, but we've got to be close, right? It's been well, I say that. It depends on how, I mean, I guess it wasn't saving up growth cycle stuff while growth was turned off. So we may be starting from literally the first point of growth cycle. So we may still have a whole lot while to wait before it actually does anything. Looks like 2 more passes here, and we'll be good to rock and roll. Yeah, nobody's field's got anything yet. Anybody's field's got any weeds or no? Oh, there's a few weeds coming up on a few places. Thankfully, the weeds haven't made it down to us yet. Looks like the weeds mostly started up here. I like how it like this line of weeds here that goes all the way across to this other guy's field. It's kind of funny. Here it comes the weed. They're just. I think they're just. Are they generating right now? They must be generating like all the way down. I bet if I check here in a second, it'll be even further down. Which would be almost perfect timing. We'll be just about done with this this field and be able to go take care of any weeds that pop up. Oh, see that little line halfway through the... You're going to think I'm crazy because you didn't see it now, but I saw a line like an artifact right across the middle of the screen. Kind of weird. I don't think we can quite do this in one pass. We might be able to scooch over just a little bit because I'd really like to try and get this without... All right, it's about as good as we're going to get. May not quite 99% this. That little sliver over there. Not for a lack of trying. Good little tractor. You doing good. Thank you, Mr. Tractor. Guess I could have checked the speeds on this compared to some of the other ones we've done in the past. Actually, I probably will here in a second. Check the horsepower compared to the last, like ones we used last time that I played this game. Did I miss the pop-up? Or did we literally just not? I must have missed the pop-up, right? Oh, I did, okay. So we were done with that one. Oh, all those other ones are gone now. All right, turn off the cruise control because I was about to go out of control. Okay, so let's slow it back down for a second because I think I did see some stuff down there. No, the weeds haven't quite made it down to us yet, but I have a feeling they're making their way down at this point. Maybe. Well, maybe it stopped here. It's a weird place to stop. Okay, well, I still think we're close to something, so I'm actually going to head back to my farm at this point. There's no other contracts for us to take at this point anyway. And it also explains why everybody needed fertilizing, because there was no growth, so they had nothing else they could do on their farms. So we did lose those big fertilizing ones because of that, but that's all right. I'd rather have the growth turned on than have everything stopped. It's so weird. Right, I'm going to speed it back up while we're driving here because I think we're close, but we have a little bit of time. Once it pops with either weeds or maybe the next cycle of growth, something like that, we definitely have time to adjust and do something with it. Stockyards. Yeah, I've never done cattle. I haven't done horses either, right? That would be fun to do as well. Get to ride the horses around. I think you ride the horses around to get like their fitness or their something, their health or something like that up. And then once it gets like maxed out, I think you can sell them for like a big profit or something like that. If I remember right, it's been a while. And that's just from me watching some videos on YouTube about other people playing them. So I haven't actually experienced it myself. Our fields are so close to the store. It's almost like I could use the store's parking lot as our our place to store our stuff. Probably should look to make sure there's no train coming before I went across there, but we all right. All right, I will go take our fertilizer over here because I know we're going to need at least one more pass of fertilizer here in a little bit. So can I get there from back here? I think I can get through here. All right, we got some, is that growth or that weeds? I think that's weeds, right? I think it's weeds. So that's all right. We'll come park our little fertilizer thing over here underneath this tree. Make sure we get some good leaves in it. Probably would prefer to, probably normally would cover it before parking underneath a tree. All right, let's see here. Let me slow stuff down because it does look like we have some stuff to do. And yeah, we got some weeding for some contracts for weeding. And yep, we definitely got the weeds. I knew we were gonna get them. So what we need to go do is go get something, get rid of the weeds. We don't have growth yet, so we should be safe to just use the same wheels that we've got now. Right? Or is that, oh, that is middle, isn't it? Yeah, no, we got the second level. We got the second level growth. Does it tell us over here if I run over here? Oh, it just says growing. But no, I think we can go ahead. Yep, nope, we can see the tops of them, of the tree, of the plants now. So we are at the second level of growth now. Let's get us a weed thingamajigger. Where is that? It's over here, weeders. These are pretty quick usually. I guess there's only 4 of them, so I don't know if it really matters. Apparently that one can also fertilize. I may just rent these. Oh, that one's huge horsepower. One of these two would be best. Probably would be fine with this Einbach here. I mean, probably be fine with the 18,000 one here, to be honest. Is that fertilizer or is that seed? I can't, seed, isn't it? That's the seed thing, right? Let's go look at seeders real quick. Yeah, okay, let's seed. Yeah, the fertilizer is the little bag looking thing. So that thing can seed? Really? Looks like it can seed canola and stuff. Kind of odd, if you ask me. I mean, I'm sure there's a use for that, but it's a little interesting. I think I may just grab this one. It's a little bit wider. Let us finish it quicker. And we got the horsepower for it, although we also have the horsepower for this one. Can only be used in the first growing stage. Gotcha. Yep. I remember now. All right, we'll just grab this one. It's going to be fine. And we will lease this one because we're not going to use it for very long anyway. Oh, I was going to check to see the tractors we used last time, like what the horsepower difference is. Last time we used this Fendt, which is 115, and it goes up to 31 miles per hour. And we also used this one, which is 90, goes 24. Compare that to the one we're using now, which was what, 140, 142, and it's a little bit slower, but it is a higher horsepower, so we'll be able to take advantage of that hopefully. All right, tractor, let's go get us our weeder and come back and weed our fields. And then while we have it, we might do a couple of contracts. So we're at 26 minutes. We should have just enough time to go over here, pick this thing up, and at least weed one of our fields, and then we might have to put a cut in there. We'll see. We're up to almost 100,000 bucks, although we're definitely gonna get dinged here in a little bit for some of the equipment lease and then the interest on our loans and things like that. I'm actually going to buy a weight real quick. I don't know if we actually need it for this, but I kind of just want to get one just to see if it will fit this tractor or not. And then kind of go from there. Honestly, just because it's the John Deere one, I kind of want to grab the John Deere one. I don't think we need that much weight, but I mean, it would match our tractor. So I would have probably been better off just, sure, we'll try it. Probably would have been better off just adding the little weights to the front of this tractor, but we'll see. Can we pick this up? Oh, it does not look like it. So this tractor cannot pick up the weight. Interesting. Is it just because it's too heavy, or can it not literally not do it at all? I mean, I think we'll save the weight. We might use it at some point. Can we? Again, I don't think we need the weights, but it feels like, I mean, you're pulling something behind you. Might be good to have a little bit of weight. Can we modify this tractor to put a little bit of weight on it? Just to have. Let's see. Do I have to get out, I think? Is it here you modify it? I actually don't remember how you do it. That's not what I want. Do I have to? I probably have to take the tractor off. Or take the thingy-majigger off. Alright, let's come back here. Let's lower you and detach. All right, go right there. Get out. Let's go check this. All right, customize. Okay, so we can add a little bit of weight. I mean, obviously I just wasted some money on that other weight thing. I don't think we need to go super big. I mean, this one, at least this is the width of the frame there, so it feels fine to me. So let's go with that. Why not? And then, yeah, we'll just do that. Wasting a little bit of money. It's all right. We're learning. I mean, that's part of it as well. And there's our weights. Again, we might not need the weight for this weeder, but it just feels like at some point we're going to need it for something. And honestly, I don't know if I'd be able to remember which one's which, or some of them may tell you. I can't remember, but we'll just go with a little bit of weight. It's going to be fine. It feels right to be able to, if you're pulling something kind of large behind you, to have a little bit of stability. Doesn't appear to have slowed down our speed really at all, so I think we're going to be just fine. All right, we're actually going to be right at 30 minutes, but I am going to go ahead and weed this first field here just because I want to get this one done. Maybe I'll make up this hill. I'll just fall over. We made it. Oh, if I'd flipped over backwards, I would have laughed. I still laughed. What am I saying? All right, let's unfold weeder. It's gonna be a nice wide weeder. Can be good for us. We'll also be able to see if we need the carrot wells. I don't think we do at this stage. And then lower weeder. Yeah, we're good. We ain't killing nothing. Oh, well, other than the weeds, of course. I'll confess, I actually got confused between the weeds and the actual crop there, because for some reason I was thinking the weeds were the smaller ones. But now I remember the weeds are the little, well, weed-looking things that are sticking up there everywhere. That is one thing about this. If I remember right, I did used to hire workers for some of this, because the weeds are kind of hard to see. In fact, after we do this first pass here, I think I am going to hire the worker. It's just hard to see the difference between the weeds and the crop itself. And so we're just going to get a worker. It's not going to cost us that much. We'll just get him to get out there, do that for us real quick. Just to make sure we get everything, don't miss anything. Oh, I thought we were going to miss that weed over there. Oh, we're close. We're close to missing a couple of those. Let's check this. Are we getting credit for all this? Yeah, we're good. Cool. Well, we're gonna get this rolling. I'm gonna let this worker go. We won't finish this. I won't make you guys sit here and watch this worker finish this thing. I'll let this worker do this thing, and I'll get over there and we'll do the other one as well. If it's still hard to see, I'll probably hire a worker for that one as well. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching me, and hopefully you're enjoying this. I'm having fun. It's a fun game to play. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Please feel free to give me any tips or hints or thoughts or whatever. Also, please let me know if you like or dislike the videos. And otherwise, I will see you guys next time.